Good morning, everyone. Today we will start the unit number 4, chapter number 11, Biotechnology. This is the recent branch in biology and it is linked with different kinds of branches like microbiology, biochemistry, engineering, etc. As far as biotechnology is concerned, this word is derived from three different words. The first is bios, second is tukos, and the third is logos. Bios means life and it includes mostly different kinds of microbes and derivatives. On the other hand, tukos means tools. Different types of tools are used to perform any biotechnological activity, and logos means to study. The use of biology with a special technique. You can see initially the word coined by 1919 Karl Erecki. He was from Hungary and he was an engineer. Prior to start the chapter, we will discuss important history about the biotechnology. Prior to discuss about biotechnology, we need to know some important inventions and discoveries. In 1590, Jensen invents the microscope. This is the important tool for biotechnology. In the year 1675, one of the pioneers of microscopy, who in the late 17th century, Leeuwenhoek, discovers bacteria and protozoa and became the first man to make and use a real microscope. So you can see Leeuwenhoek was the first person who used the microscope, and Leeuwenhoek is also known as father of microbiology. 1833. The nucleus of the cell is discovered by Robert Brown. 1855. The E. coli bacterium is discovered. E. coli means Escherichia coli. 1906, the term genetics was used by Batson. So Batson used the term genetics. It will also be useful in the biotechnology. We will see later on. In 1919, the word biotechnology is first used by Karl Erecki. In the year 1938, the term molecular biology is used. In the molecular biology, we studies about the biomolecules like proteins, enzymes, DNAs, RNAs, etc. 1941, the term genetic engineering is first used. Later on, in the year 1980, the US patent for gene cloning is awarded to Boyer and Cohen. Boyer and Cohen was the first pair of scientists who made a patent for gene cloning. 1981, the first genetically engineered plant is reported. This is important question. Which is the first genetically engineered plant? The answer is tobacco. 1981, first mice to be successfully cloned. So you can see first successful clone of mice was made in 1981. 1984, the DNA fingerprinting technique is developed by Alex Jeffrey. This is the most important invention. 1984, again, the first genetically engineered vaccine was developed against hepatitis B. India also performed important role. in this one? Shanta Biotech, 1999. The genetic code of human chromosome is deciphered. In the year 2001, the sequence of the human genome is published in Science and Nature. This is the important journal at the international level. And 2003, Dolly, the first cloned ship from 1997. So you can see, first higher animal clone was Dolly. Now come to the next. The term biotechnology was coined in 1999 by Karl Ereky, an Hungarian engineer. What is the definition of the term biotechnology? Although numerous definitions of biotechnology were given by the scientists, out of which first one is the use of living organisms or their products to modify human health and human environment. So you can see, we are using the living organisms like bacteria, fungi, protozoans or other organisms, and their product may be protein or enzyme or gene. Some important scientists given here: Louis Pasteur, the French chemist and microbiologist, is considered the actual father of biotechnology by most renowned scientists of the world. So this is the another important question: who is the father of biotechnology? Louis Pasteur. Karol Ereky, or sometimes we called this Karl Ereky, from Hungary, coined the term biotechnology. So have a look at the spelling: biotechno, LOGIE, in 1999. At the time, he was food minister in Hungary. Daniel Nathans, Nobel laureate in medicine 1978, is considered as the father of modern biotechnology. Who is the father of modern biotechnology? Daniel Nathans. Some people consider Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, born in 1953, as the father or mother of biotechnology in India. So Indian father or Indian mother of biotechnology is Kiran Mazumdar. Dr. Pushpa Bhargav established CCMB. Full form of CCMB is Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology in Hyderabad in 1977. He is also called father of modern biotechnology. She is linked with India. Now we start the chapter biotechnology, principles and processes. Two core techniques that enabled birth of modern biotechnology. So two important techniques are used in the biotechnology. You can see the first is genetic engineering. What is genetic engineering? Techniques to alter the chemistry of genetic material like DNA and RNA to introduce into host organism and thus change the phenotype of the host organism. In this technique, a desired gene is identified and isolated, and it is introduced to host organism like any bacteria or any other cell. And the introduction of new gene will alter the phenotype of host organism. The second is maintenance of sterile condition. As we perform the different activities in biotechnology, microbial contamination can occur. So microbial contamination free condition is called sterile condition. An ambient chemical engineering process to enable growth of only desired microbe or eukaryotic cell in the large quantities. So different types of sterile techniques are used: dry techniques, wet techniques. surface sterilization, etc. Conceptual development of the principle of genetic engineering. What is the basic principle of genetic engineering? Asexual reproduction preserves the genetic identity of species. With the help of asexual reproduction, genetic identity is preserved. Sexual reproduction creates some variations and creates unique combinations of the genetic makeup. So, variations are created by using the sexual reproduction that occurs in the higher plants and animals. Traditional hybridization procedures used in the plant and animals breeding leads to undesirable genes along with desirable genes. So, if we adopt the hybridization technology or hybridization technique, then desired and undesired both type of genes are transferred to the progeny. It may be useful or may be dangerous. The techniques of genetic engineering, which includes creation of recombinant DNA. After the introduction of foreign DNA, now the DNA is known as recombinant DNA. Use of gene cloning and gene transfer overcome this limitation and allow us to isolate and introduce only one or a set of desirable genes without introducing undesirable genes into the target organism. So the question is, why does the biotechnology is developed? Because initially we were using hybridization technique in which undesirable and desirable both the genes are transferred, and to protect the transfer of undesirable gene, this technology is used. Now, three basic steps in genetically modifying organism. What are the basic steps? First is identification of DNA with desirable gene. So first we need to identify the DNA or gene in the genome. Second is introduction of the identified DNA into the host. Prior to this, identified and desired DNA is cut from the genome and then it is introduced in the another DNA. Maintenance of introduced DNA in the host and transfer of the DNA to its progeny. And the third is multiplication step, and it shows the transfer of the recombinant DNA to its progeny. Whenever you use any technology, then some important tools are required for this purpose, and in biotechnology or genetic engineering, different types of tools are useful and required. The first requirement is desired gene. It depends on the object of your protocol or experiment, isolated or brought from gene library. Nowadays, ready-made genes are available in the gene library from which we can bring the desired gene. Restriction enzymes, this is the another part of tool, very important. It will cut the desired gene as well as the host DNA, or you can say vector DNA. Some important other enzymes are also useful, just like DNA ligase, lysozyme, phosphate, DNA polymerase, RNA polymerase, etc. Cloning vectors. To transfer the desired gene into the host cell, some cloning vectors are needed. Most of the cloning vectors used in biotechnology and genetic engineering are plasmids. The next is competent host. It depends on the object of the experiment for the transformation with recombinant DNA. And in most of the experiments, bacteria are used as a competent host because it gives early results. Now, the first important tool is restriction enzyme. In the year 1963, two enzymes discovered from Escherichia coli. Escherichia coli, have a look. Escherichia coli, this is the bacteria which restrict the growth of bacteriophage in it. One of these added methyl groups to DNA and other cut the phage DNA. So, a group of restriction enzymes that were added methyl group to DNA and another group of enzymes that cut the phage DNA. The phage DNA is basically viral DNA and the name given to this enzyme is restriction endonuclease. The first restriction endonuclease discovered is Hind second. Important question. Which is the first discovered restriction endonuclease enzyme? HIND second. Hind second always cut DNA molecule at a particular point by recognizing a specific sequence of 6 base pairs. So, you can see every restriction endonuclease enzyme will cut the DNA at a specific site and that specific site is mostly palindromic, and this is called recognition sequence for Hind second. Till date, around 900 restriction enzymes isolated from 200 strains of bacteria. So, at present, the number may be more than this. 900 restriction enzymes were isolated from different types of prokaryotes, 200 bacteria. And these restriction enzymes may have recognized different recognition sequences. One important sequence which is given in your syllabus you need to remember. Restriction enzymes belongs to nucleases because it cuts the DNA and RNA. And there are two kinds of nucleases found in the cells, exonuclease and endonuclease. Again, one important question is asked on this point. Exonuclease and endonuclease. What is the basic difference? Exonuclease removes the nucleotides from free ends of the DNA. Suppose there is a DNA given, then it will cut the DNA from the end part of the DNA. Endonucleases make cuts at specific positions within the DNA. It cuts the DNA in the middle part. Each restriction endonuclease recognizes a specific palindromic nucleotide sequence in the DNA. Now the question is, what is palindromic sequence? Palindromic means palindromes are the group of letters that read same both forward and backward, which is similar in the both sides, forward direction and backward direction, just like Saras. In the forward direction, the alphabets are Saras. Similarly, one more example is given here, Malayalam, M-A-L-A-Y-A-L-A-M, and similarly from the back side, M-A-L-A-Y-A-L-A-M, Malayalam. So, wherever the palindromic sequence is found in DNA, then it will cut that sequence. The palindrome in DNA is a sequence of base pairs that read same on the two strands when orientation of reading is kept same. You can see the picture. A palindrome means which is similar from both sides. S-A-R-A-S, S-A-R-A-S, Saras, Malayalam. You can see this is the 5 prime to 3 prime position, GAATTC. GAATTC. Now read the similar sequence backward side in 5 prime to 3 prime position, GAATTC. This sequence is known as palindrome sequence. And restriction endonuclease enzyme will cut this sequence at a specific point, just like in between the G and A. You can see the figure 11.1, most important figure, and question is asked on this point many times. Action of restriction enzyme. You can see here the enzyme which is used, that is EcoR1. Escherichia coli R first. So you can see this is the DNA sequence, and out of that this white colored sequence is GAATTC, palindrome sequence. And suppose this red part of the DNA is vector DNA, then EcoR1 will cut in between the G and A, and it will cut this DNA. Just it will cut from here, goes through the position, and again it will cut the G and A. So you can see after the cutting, you can see this red DNA, GCTTAA. On the other hand, this is foreign DNA from which we will introduce the desired gene. Again, this EcoR1 will cut in between the GA, TTC में again GA. These parts are known as sticky ends, because as these parts will come closer to each other, then it will bind with the help of DNA ligase enzyme. Now these two types of DNAs are attached to each other. Now it is called recombinant DNA. The another name of recombinant DNA is chimeric DNA. So have a look, steps in the formation of recombinant DNA by action of restriction endonuclease enzyme EcoR1. So restriction enzyme cut the strand of DNA little away from the center of the palindrome site. You can see this is the palindrome sequence GAATTC, again GAATTC, but EcoR1 is cutting the DNA from in between G and A, not from the G. Similarly, in this situation you can see in between G and A. So the restriction enzyme cut the strand of DNA little away from the center of the palindrome site, but between the same two bases on the opposite strand. This leaves a single-stranded portions at the end. There are overhanging stretches called sticky ends. These ends which can be bind to each other is called sticky ends. The stickiness of the ends facilitates the action of enzyme DNA ligase. Already I have told you these are the sticky ends. This is the sticky end of the red DNA, sticky end of the black DNA. Both the DNA come close to each other and DNA ligase binds these fragments. So DNA ligase, the enzyme that binds that DNA to DNA. The foreign DNA and the host DNA cut by the same restriction endonuclease, the resultant DNA fragments have the same kind of sticky ends, and these can be joined together using DNA ligase. So again, question may be asked, sticky ends are joined with the help of which enzyme? DNA ligase. Now, convention for the naming of restriction endonuclease. As far as convention is concerned, convention for naming restriction endonuclease enzyme, first the name of the restriction endonuclease enzyme is based on the bacteria from which they were derived or isolated. So we need to know the name of bacteria here, and every biological name contains two parts, genus and species. So first letter is taken from the name of genus and the second two letters come from the species of the prokaryotic cell from which the enzyme is isolated. If we are using the next letter, fourth or fifth, then it must be in capital and it denotes the strain of the microbe. There are different types of strains given. The Roman letter followed by is the order of discovery. Suppose 5 restriction endonuclease enzymes are isolated from a single bacteria, then we will use first, second, third, fourth and fifth. And the name of enzyme is written in italics, and we will discuss 2 examples on the whiteboard. In the PPTs, I have explained about the convention for naming of restriction endonuclease enzyme. How can we derive the name from the bacteria? Have a look. First, I am writing the name of bacteria Escherichia coli. This is the bacteria found in the fecal matter of cattle and human beings. You can see the first word of the name is genus and second word of the name is species. As you already know, the first letter from Escherichia, E is taken and 2 letters from species are taken, which is C and O, eco. Now you can see different types of Escherichia coli may be found in the nature and its strain is given, that is RY13. So now we will write the letter of the strain and mostly it is written in capital letters. So you can see eco R. Different types of restriction endonuclease enzymes are isolated from this bacteria and the first was this one. So and it is also written in italics. You can see what is eco R first. This is the restriction endonuclease enzyme derived from, isolated from Escherichia coli bacteria. Its name is given as below. The E is taken from the genus, CO is taken from the coli, coli, and R is taken from its strain. And if the number of endonuclease enzymes are more than 1, then first, second, third, fourth, fifth Roman letters are used. So you can see this is showing the genus. These 2 letters are showing the species and this is showing the strain of the bacteria. Another name can be explained by using the another example. Have a look. Balm, H first. Balm, H first. How does this name was given? First, B word is taken from the genus of bacteria, that is Bacillus. AM letters are taken from the species Amylosaciens. And strain of the bacteria is this H. This is the strain of the bacteria. So you can see these important namings are explained here. Now I would like to explain the ECO R1. Already I have told you that restriction enzyme cuts the DNA at a specific site. You can see one palindrome sequence is given here, GAATTC. This is 5' to 3' direction, and again you can see the GAATTC. This is attached in this pattern. As the ECO R first enzyme acts on this palindrome sequence, then it will cut the DNA at this point in between the G and A, and it is cut in this pattern, and again this is the G and A. This sequence is cut in this pattern. So you can see after the cutting of the palindrome sequence, it will look like this: G, C, T, T, A, A. And the another part of this is A, T, T, C. So you can see this is the sticky end and this is the sticky end. So dear students, in the chapter number 11, I have discussed about the term biotechnology, its definition, its history. Biotechnology word was given by Karl Ireki from Hungary in the year 1919, and I have explained most important tool of biotechnology, restriction endonuclease enzyme. This is very typical to understand. Try to learn this topic, this chapter, and if you have any problem, you may ask the question at our WhatsApp group. So this was the today's topic. Have a nice day. Bye.